I just had a talk with Mansi just 5 minutes back, so she must
Okay,
be
you
in.
can start. Thank
Let us
you.
start. Thank you, thank you. Welcome all to this very important program as part of the International Solidarity Day, and also this is going to be the last program of 2023 when we are doing as part of the Global Peace. Let's talk. So International Solidarity Day happens every year on December 20th, and it's a very important day, right from the basic level, right from the family level to our neighborhood, to our communities, and of course at the global level. So in that context, solidarity today has become important in the context of so many current conflicts and crises importance in the context of so many current conflicts and the destruction of countries, different communities across the world. And that's the reason why solidarity is important and why we need to work together for transformative differences if we have to also start embrace our common humanity. In fact, when we are talking of solidarity, it reminds us the importance and the values of empathy, compassion, respect, and goodwill. So these are very important areas that needs to be looked at, and also it is important that when we are talking of solidarity, it leads us to the idea of human interdependence, because we must remember each one of us that we are all interconnected and we are not alone in this universe, and we have to be impactors around the world. So that is the reason why we need the spirit of solidarity more than ever before. And in fact, I feel, and recently we put together one conversation where we have underlined that solidarity has to be an important pillar of human interdependence. Also, when we are talking of the idea of human interdependence, it means the importance of promoting peace and goodwill, the importance of common good, commonalities, and common good across the world, and how it is important to genuinely and look at the deep feelings of solidarity that is there, and how we can work to as individuals, as communities and countries for the common good. That is the most important thing. How we can work together for the common good of humankind, of humanity. That is the need of the hour, and that's why this day reminds us the essence of solidarity for peace. Also, I feel that we have to learn the spirit of solidarity, and in fact, as we are all feel that we are all egalitarian individuals, it is our moral obligation to work for the humankind and the spirit of solidarity. Here, as before I introduce the participants with these brief ideas, I would like to share with you, friends, an important dimension which recently we have thought of, we worked on. I will share with you in the chat box also. This is the whole notion of, solidarity footprints. Concerned, with the whole, narratives that goes on in different countries and across the world. In fact, a friend of mine and we put together a conversation on how we can release ourselves from our inner prison and move towards a path of inner transformation and inner resilience. In that context, we have actually tried to, put together the whole idea of solidarity footprints, which I would like to flag off as an important point for this program. And what does the idea of solidarity footprints we feel and its efficacy in constructing an equitable and just world is based on the principles of mutual coexistence, and it should be ingrained in individuals right from the schools. And what does solidarity footprints talk about? It is our measures of solidarity footprints are mutuality, deep respect, empathy, kindness, compassion, the scale of our affinity, bias, ability to use the strategy of non-violent communication for deeper connections, and ability to do common good. These could be the indicators or of solidarity footprints which you or I could measure. I want to flag off this whole new concept for all of you to possibly think and share your ideas on that. And of course, at the larger level, we have talked of our global solidarity index. With this brief introduction and ideas, when I was talking to Nikki ma'am on this program, I suggested that we should talk from the basic level. We should instill the spirit of solidarity right from childhood, and not into those whole notions of us versus them. We should, many in most parts of the world, education is reductionist, where it teaches us the whole notion of us versus them. Here we are talking of the common humanity. We are talking of human interdependence. So I suggested to Nikki ma'am that we should talk at a more fundamental level in this program for all the speakers. Uh, we talk on how we can inculcate the spirit of solidarity amongst children, amongst young people, amongst others, and in our families, in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our institutions. Because when we start talking only of the bigger level, we are not looking at the fundamental levels unless and until we start from the basics. Unless and until we start from the lowest level, the spirit of idea of solidarity, we can't achieve much by talking just at the bigger level. So let us try to look at from the more fundamental level on how we can spread the ideas and spirit of solidarity. And for this today, we have some really good distinguished speakers with us today, and something which really we are happy to have. And also the fact of the matter is that today is the last session that we are having in 2023. So, and being World Solidarity Day, it gives us a greater moral obligation to come up with some really concrete ideas. We have with us today Mr. Andrew Michelia from Nigeria. He's from the Hope Foundation. He is doing really remarkable work in the Yobe state of Nigeria. In fact, I've been knowing him, and last year I think the Global Peace Let's Talk gave him a certificate of appreciation for his work on peace building in that area. So he's our speaker. He's our first speaker. Then we have Miss Mansi Sharma from India. She's part of the Global Peace Let's Talk, the legal cell, and also she's a mediator. And I and Mansi have been doing quite a number of online mediations, and we are trying to focus a lot on the whole notion of community mediation in different places. We have with us Madam Hina Robin from Pakistan. She has been very active with the Global Peace Let's Talk, and we keep on listening to her. We keep on getting her interesting work that she's doing. It would be a great privilege to listen to her. We have our dear friend and very senior friend, Reverend UL Bharti from Canada. Some remarkable sharing in various Eve conferences that we are organizing as part of Global Peace Let's Talk. And then, of course, the last speaker would be Dr. Shaminaz Bano from India. And she is a peace builder, she's an educator, and again, doing some remarkable work. So each one of you have that amazing work that you are doing at your own level, to promote the idea of peace. And here today, we have come together for this International Day of Solidarity. And in that, let us look at the way we can promote the spirit of solidarity, as I said, once again, underlining the fact right from the children, right from the youth, right from our families and our neighbors. That is the important thing today we need to look at, extremely important. So our first speaker today, without wasting any time, and also my humble request to each speaker would be that we must keep our time to maximum of 10 minutes, so that we can have some interactions also. And our friend from Nigeria, Mr. Andrew Michelia. He has been, as I said, working in the Yobe state of Nigeria, and he has been doing a lot of work on peace building there and some really interesting work. I've been following him quite regularly, and he has been able to, with his idea of solidarity, bring some kind of a reconciliation among some varying groups in northern Nigeria. Some very interesting work he has been doing. So, without wasting any time, I think we should listen to Andrew, brother Andrew. So, if everyone is ready, let us start the program with our friend from Nigeria, Andrew Michelia. Andrew, please.
Okay, good evening, all. Thank you for having me. I briefly want to appreciate Dr. Nikki Dipina and everybody at Global Peace Let's Talk for staging an event like this. Over the past few months, I have been able to follow the trend of events or activities Global Peace Let's Talk implemented. It is really a remarkable one, and you are doing a great job. I want to salute your effort. I want to thank my big brother, Dr. Kundu, and mentor for being so supportive. Thank you so much. This evening, without wasting much time due to time constraint, let me just go straight into what I have. I will be talking about the significance of non-violent communication in enhancing or encouraging solidarity in our communities, in our societies, in our places of work. One thing I notice or observe about solidarity, it is not geared towards making a society a homogeneous society, but it is geared toward helping us tear down bridges to walls. I mean, help us tear walls down and then build bridges across our differences and our opposite natures, connecting each and every one of us despite our differences or our different interests. So thank you, Dr. Kundu, for shedding more light on this. So briefly, nonviolent communication. Due to time constraint, I just want to go straight into what I have. Nonviolent communication is pulled out of this concept called ahimsa. Ahimsa is this natural state of well-being where no evil is intended in the heart, and non-violent communication is focused on sending information or transferring information in such a way where no harm is intended on the recipient of this information or message. In a situation where, let's say, communication is the transfer of information from a person to another, in a situation where I want to send a message to an individual and I send a message and the person became hot or felt so uncomfortable or embarrassed, the message I sent was not a pleasant message to that individual, and so it is making the person to become restless or uncomfortable. So, but the concept of non-violent communication is centered on sending information, be it instruction, be it message, whatsoever is the information, but with the intention, with no intention of harming the recipient of this information. Okay, a typical example is there are places where you can harm an individual emotionally, or you can harm an individual physically. One of the places where, let's say, if I extend a handshake to someone, that individual knows that I am trying to exchange pleasantries. It is a form of communication that is non-violent. But if I stretch a hand and I hit somebody or punch somebody, it is a communication sending violence. If I talk to an individual and the person gets hurt, it is a communication transpiring violence. So the concept of non-violent communication is focused on sending a message, talking to an individual, transferring information or knowledge to a group of persons without inflicting harm on that particular individual. And non-violent communication is hinged on certain pillars. One of those pillars is respect, having respect for people, not minding where they come from, not minding what they believe or what they stand for. The next pillar for nonviolent communication is understanding. You knowing or trying to know the reason behind people's action or inaction or people's reaction. You trying to understand that people are wired or configured in a particular way, and so they are not expected to act in a way you expect them to. So when you see people behaving in a particular way or acting in a particular way, this pillar of nonviolent communication called understanding talks about you trying to reason with these people that this is how they are wired to behave or act. The next pillar there is acceptance. It has to do with one being open to bring people, to welcome people, come close to him so he or she can be able to walk with them, dialogue with them, plan things with them, not minding who they are or what these people have done. The next pillar here is appreciation. It has to do with we admiring or appreciating our uniqueness and our diversity. The last one there is compassion. That is bringing out the humanity in us, having compassion on one another, which will help us build a robust form of solidarity in our society. Over the past few years, I have been able, let me share a little about my engagement with women in this particular state. There is a project we are doing that is centered on trying to help women that have been associated with insurgency to reintegrate back into the society. So at the course of working with them, we discovered a lot of challenges, things were not going as expected. But when we sat down and strategized that it is good we introduce the concept of nonviolent communication, we discovered the victims or the survivors, they themselves were able to communicate with community members well, and community members were able to communicate with them well. And so it helped the reintegration process properly. So in a situation where we were trying to help these vulnerable women, the concept of nonviolent communication helped us robustly in helping them reintegrate into the society properly, thereby strengthening the concept of solidarity, helping them feel among, helping them see the interconnectedness between us and between the survivors and people in the community. When talking about nonviolent communication, there are pillars that are linked to the elements that are linked to the pillars. One of them is our ability to avoid stereotypes when it comes to communication. One thing I noticed with solidarity, you cannot explain solidarity without bringing the key pillars or elements of nonviolent communication into it. So there is this huge interconnectedness between them that if truly we want to encourage the concept of solidarity in our places of work, a large, let me say, there is a need for us to look into the concept of Gandhian model of nonviolent communication. Okay, looking at the elements where it talks about no moralistic judgment, avoid evaluative language, and have mutual respect for one another, and then this skill of active listening. So from this, I see the need to encourage this concept of nonviolent communication when it comes to enhancing solidarity in the society. Because when we take a look at solidarity and nonviolent communication, both of them encourage understanding, both of them encourage empathy, both encourage compassion towards one another, which is a clear indication telling us that for solidarity to be pronounced or more evident in our society, there is need for us to enlarge or intensify the awareness of nonviolent communication. Because me speaking from experience, working with the vigilante, working with women on this, and facilitating dialogues using this concept of nonviolent communication, I have been able to see how it helped my work become more efficient. It helped me step into communities and then was able to work with people in such a way that they reason with me and reason with one another. A typical example of my work with a conflict situation in one of the local governments was a clash between fishermen and water body owners. Here, some people own the water bodies while there are fishermen. So there was a serious clash. So we were trying to see how we could help the fishermen to be able to relate with people in the society better, and then be able to go back. Introducing this concept of nonviolent communication really enhanced the dialogue process efficiently, because we noticed initially bringing them together was a problem. But as a result of pulling the two together, we noticed a significant change, and there was a huge success recorded. So in a nutshell, what I want to encourage, how we can encourage solidarity through the use or the platform of nonviolent, us to encourage or employ, see how we can promote active listening among staff, among community members, among students in every situation. By so doing, this will foster the sense of solidarity. The next thing is to see how we can encourage people to, employees, staff, students, to understand and appreciate the perspective and feeling of their colleagues. And these are all deeply rooted in this concept of nonviolent communication. And by so doing, we are enhancing or encouraging this sense of solidarity in our society. The next is one of the key elements of nonviolent communication is active practice honest and open communication. It has to do with we being honest when listening to people, trying to see what they are trying to say and not being judgmental in all our approach. When we do this with transparency and sincerity, this will increase the level of solidarity in our workplace, in the society at large. So I don't know if I've gone far ahead of my time. Do I have more time? Okay, I have 1 minute. Okay, it's okay. So let me conclude so that we can have time for discussion. In conclusion, looking at the theme for this year, which talked about advocate for change, I want to encourage us that no matter how little what we do when it comes to peace building, when it comes to solidarity or building social cohesion, we should never see that it is little. The little things we do matters most when it comes to building a healthy society. Thank you so much. Let's know that we are agents of change. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew. As usual, one important thing which I really like hearing to you always is your practical work, because in many situations we have people who will talk from theoretical perspective, but what you have been telling, and especially your use of those 5 pillars of Gandhian non-violence in various situations with the vigilantes or the women or the work with the fishermen, that is the most practical example of how the significance of non-violent communication when we for any act of solidarity. That is the key message, I think, that comes out. Our next speaker, without wasting any time, is Miss Mansi Sharma. She has been very closely associated with the Global Peace Let's Talk and especially the legal team. She is a mediator herself. In fact, Mansi and I have been doing a lot of mediation work, and we really enjoy doing these. We are also working on different projects on community mediation and peer mediation. Mansi, if you are ready, please requesting you to start your talk straight away. Mansi.
Thank you, Veda, sir. Greetings, everyone from India. though Dr. Vedavyas and Andrew have covered a lot of things which we are doing together, there is not much left for me to speak. But then I still feel solidarity is something which is all about the values which we are living for. Particularly in the religious sphere, if we talk, there is always a stress upon living in harmony, peaceful coexistence amongst people. And and there is this kutumbakam, which we use in Sanatan Dharma for emphasizing that the world is a family and we need to live together. We need to look upon others as brothers and sisters, as fellow beings. And also when we talk in spiritual terms, it is seen that the god is the supreme soul, and every being, not just human beings, but every creature which is present on earth, is or maybe in universe, is but a replica of that supreme soul. So once we have that common origin, once we know that we all are coming from somewhere which unites us, we should understand that there are no differences in human beings, or maybe if we talk about the life of other creatures on this planet. So when we talk about human beings, it is always seen that the narratives about an individual are being made very strong these days. Your life, your rules, enjoyment, how you need to live, how you need to make yourself successful. Increasingly youngsters are being pressurized into living a successful life, but how that success should be defined has not been taught to them. It is always it considered that the motive of human life is not just self fulfillment or self enrichment, but also to ensure that you have done service to mankind. And the best service is to understand that everybody around us is as important as we consider ourselves, and only then we can build upon the idea of solidarity. Being good is the being good in terms of your personality traits, in terms of your nature, in terms of your character, is the basic ingredient of ensuring peace in this world. And being good comes with an extra cost. So if you have to if you're somebody who believes in peace, if you believe that people should live in harmony, you have to be somebody who can sacrifice a little more than others in this direction. You cannot be of taking revenge if you have been harmed. You need to calm down yourself. You need to understand the situation of the other person, and only then you will be able to give in your best in terms of peace. So solidarity to me means living the basic uh, idea of what human life is, because it is all about doing service to mankind. And service to mankind is nothing else than believing that every other individual on this planet, in this universe, is as important as you are. Though we as human beings have been placed differently, we have been built different in terms of, say, physical appearances, and that basically is because of the climatic conditions we live in. Otherwise, if you look inside the human bodies, the vital functions of all the organs are same. The blood that runs through us is has same composition. So there are no there are no fundamental differences between human beings, but these are built through narratives, social narratives, political narratives, maybe economic narratives, so that somebody sounds superior, somebody sounds important, and others are looked upon as non-essential beings. But in reality, we all have the same value. There's this very favorite phenomenon of mine from physics, which is a butterfly effect, which says that you might believe that a butterfly, when it she flutters her wings, has no effect in the universe. But once a butterfly stops moving her wings, there will be a very dramatic effect in the way the climatic circulation, the atmospheric circulation happens. So we should consider everybody important, and only then we can ensure that we are having a common bond, we are having a strong bond amongst each other. So this is all I think is required these days. Apart from, yes, what Andrew has already discussed, non-violent communication. Non-violent communication is the is a way of life rather than just a mode of communication. It is all about how ideally or maybe how practically you can ensure that you have convenient as well as cooperative relationships with others. And mediation is one such technique which we have been using, I and Dr. Vedavyas, to ensure that people live, they can end their disputes also amicably. So I am thankful to Global Peace Let's Talk for this wonderful opportunity to think and to retrospect, to reflect upon why we need solidarity, because we all as human beings are here for a purpose other than just living, eating, or marrying around. That is to serve humanity, and it is only possible if we look at others as same as we are. Thank you so much.
Uh, Thank you, Mansi, for those very, very pointed, very precise words. And while our friend Andrew was focused on the essence of nonviolent communication in as an important pillar and a strategy for promotion of solidarity, Mansi talked at length, which I was talking at right at the beginning, the essence of human interdependence. We are because that is something very important. And at a time when not only there is so much of conflicts, but also there are issues of climate change, there are issues of serious environmental degradation. So we need to work in solidarity to attend to negotiate many of these critical issues which are confronting humankind today. So those are important learnings from both of our esteemed speakers, and our third esteemed speaker is Madam Hina Robin. She is from Pakistan, and we have been
Thank you.
following. We have been following her work for quite some time, and she is doing really remarkable work. And I should say, this is a work which really highlights and the significance of solidarity. It would be such a great honor to listen to Madam Hina Rubin. Madam.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Honorable Dr. Nikki and respected speakers and my fellows, I will start in this beautiful quotation. There is no solidarity without stability, and no stability without solidarity. Today, I'm going to discuss about the topic of International Day of Solidarity. Solidarity is not discovered by reflection, but created. Every year on 20th December, people around the world celebrate International Human Solidarity Day, which is based on mutual respect and solidarity. They which widely supported, honor, and diversity while also encouraging people to escape poverty, hunger, and and diseases. The day is observed to promote the importance of solidarity to attain the different social goods. The first step in the evaluations of the ethics is a sense of solidarity with other human beings. We are going to fight racism not with racism, but we are going to fight with solidarity out of the fires and depressions, bomb, hope, and solidarity. International Human Solidarity Day seeks to celebrate the word unity in diversity. It's also a day to raise awareness about the importance of solidarity. Solidarity is defined as an objective that creates a physiological sense of unity. The principle of international solidarity is expression consciousness about the incorrectness of people and generations, and act of the recognitions of the rights of others and responsibility and cooperate with each other and address to common challenges and protect global public good. International Day of Solidarity with Palestine. The International Day of Solidarity represented and traditionally provide an opportunity for the international community to focus its attentions on the fact that the questions of Palestinian people have yet to attain their unalienable rights as it defined by the UN General Assembly. The meaning of human solidarity. Solidarity is an awareness of interest, objective, standard, and sympathies, creating a physiologically sense of unity of groups or classes. Solidarity does not reject individual and sees individually as a basis of societies. It's referred to the ties in a society that bind people together as a one. International Human Solidarity Day, a day to celebrate our unity in diversity, a day to remind government to respect their commitments and to international agreements, a day to raise public awareness of the importance of solidarity, a day to encouragement of debate on the way to promote solidarity for the achievement of sustainable development goal, including poverty eradication, a day of actions to encourage new initiatives for poverty eradication, and UNA concept of solidarity, the creations of the United Nations drew the people and the nation of the world together and to promote human rights and social and economic development. The organization was founded on the basis premise of unity and harmony among the collective security that relies on the solidarity of its members to unite to maintain international peace and security. My dear fellows, solidarity is not just a word, it is a commitment to stand to together, embrace and our difference and celebrate our common humanity. Solidarity is based on the principle that we are willing to put ourselves at risk to protect each other, and there is no true peace without fairness, truth, justice, and solidarity. Theme of International Solidarity Day: raise awareness about the important global issues and advocate for policies that promote social justice, equality, peace, and human rights. Here I will mention these things because I am committed with IHRM and GPLT. And IHRM with International Human Rights and GPLT belong to the peace. So that's why I can mention social justice, equality, peace, and human rights. All men are in need of an others and depends one and on other. Human solidarity is necessary conditions for the unfolding of any one of individual. That's why we need to solidarity, not in love with money, but we love in with justice, not in love with publicity, but we love in humanity. My dear fellows, as a human being, we are a one family in the world, and our building, our building is humanity, our building is our community, our building is our youth, our building is our kids, our building is our environment, our building is our collaborations with the other NGOs, our building is our empowerment for local resources and international resources, those who are benefit for our communities, our societies. We are uplift and we are one word, our nation, our world is going living happy and with peaceful without sorrow, wars, and be peaceful. I want my aim, my organization is my humanity, my world humanity, my world peace I want. So that's why our building is a community that's empower everyone to attain their potential through each of us, respected each other dignity, rights, and responsibility makes the world a better place in life. My dear fellows, let us stand in solidarity, not to a specific country, race, or religion, but rather to our humanity. My dear fellows, when we are united as a one, there is nothing to be possible that we are not achieved. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your important points on the essence of human solidarity and being the World Solidarity Day. I believe there was a chat that our Reverend UL Bhatiji wants to be the speaker at the end, most probably. That's what I was told, most probably. Yes. So, without wasting any time, may I invite Madam Sarminaj Bano from India. Well, it has been our friend Andrew from Nigeria, Mansi from India, Madam Hina Robin from Pakistan, and now again Madam Saminaj Bano from India to come and share her points on human solidarity and how we can promote solidarity as Madam Hina Robin was talking about in our families, in our the whole essence of human interdependence. So it would be nice to listen to Madam Sarminaj Bano, who is doing a lot of work, excellent work at a grassroots level to promote peace building, to promote work on education. So, Madam Sarminaj Bano, the platform is all yours. Please speak. Please share your views.
Thank you so much, sir. A very good evening to all. I am Dr. Shivanas, representing the land of Gandhi, India. Being an Earth today on this International Day of Solidarity, I uh, present my solidarity with the innocent lives of people in Gaza, with the people of Ukraine, and all those people around the world who have been subjugated through colonization or anything through any means. So, being an ardent follower of Gandhiji, I believe in non-violence or ahimsa. So I'm founder and president of Progressive Literary and Cultural Society. It is an organization which believes in promoting literature and culture of global literature and culture. Our motto is entire universe is our family, which is taken from the Sanskrit philosophy of Vasudev Kutumbakam and also the Arabic philosophy of Sula Ekul. See, this means that each and every religion believes in universal solidarity or universe as a family. It is we, the people, who differentiate on the basis of ethnicity, on the basis of geographical boundary. So our organization is an international organization which does not believe in any kind of ethnicity or geographical boundary. We believe in universal brotherhoodness. So uh, uh, we our organization is has basically women, majority of women, but we have also supportive men who are supporting us in our various endeavor. Since the foundation of Progressive Literary and Cultural Society on 23rd August 2020, we have been working to abridge the gap between Oriental and Occidental. Well, see, there is a lot of misconception, and people in the East have lots of notion about the people of lots of notion about people of East. So we try we are trying to build a bridge between the though R is basically a literary and cultural society, but our focus is more on humanitarian ground. We are trying to bring the world together. And if we respect each other culture, then we can maintain universal solidarity. Like taking the theme of unity in diversity, we have organized various multilingual poetry festival, various event in which poet from different international languages or different Indian languages, indigenous languages come together, and they have recited poem in their respective languages. And we have also organized many poetry reading, like Spanish poetry reading, Filipino poetry reading, Greek poetry reading, Turkish poetry reading, and Italian poetry reading. By this we means that we respect uh, uh, all the languages of the world. In the same way, we have also showcased um, the indigenous languages of India, like in our regional languages, Marathi language, and also many tribal languages, or the languages which are on the verge of extinct. Not only this, we have organized various humanitarian work, like we have organized workshop on awareness, on showcasing works of different NGOs who are working for the disabled, who are working for different people, old age. And we have also organized awareness program, like awareness on different diseases. Especially, we have also organized various program on corona awareness. And not only this, our organization has also donated when there was a uh, when Turkey and Syria were in crisis, our organization has donated also. And in the same way, when many calamity has hit India, we have tried to do our best. And in the same way, in winters also, we try to distribute blanket to the people who are poor. And we are also trying to support women who are not so educated, or we are trying to open, means we are trying to do open a type of small business to teach train them or teach them. This is our means vision for 2024. We have planned this, and we will be doing this in 2024. And so just now we are doing on ground level, we are doing the work in India, though we have also donated when the Turkey and Syria was hit also. And in future, like our organization is not very established. So whatever we can do, we are doing. And mostly just now we have online events, but in future we have plans to do various humanitarian deed for the people, not only in India but abroad also. So, and I think this time the whole world should stand up and try to raise our voice against the war which is going on in the two countries. Like Ukraine war has still not end, and the disastrous war which is happening in the Gaza. Lots of disturbing pictures, videos we are seeing every day. So let us strive and let us work harder and harder to raise our voice so that there is a ceasefire. And though more than 20,000 lives have people have died, but hope uh, not a single life is not a single life is uh, is killed by the colonizer. So as a global peace, let's talk representative. Let us come together and work for the world peace. Thank you. I'm a little unwell, so I hope my voice is audible for all, because I have a throat problem. So thank
No,
you.
no,
As a
no.
team member of Global Peace, let's talk. Let us raise our voice against all the injustice going around the world, and all those injustice which are be happening around the world. And let us raise our voice against the war which is happening in the Middle East, in the Ukraine. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. No, you are very, very audible, and thank you for your precise, poignant points. Thank you very much. Now we go to our last speaker of the day, Dr. Ewell, Reverend Ewell Bhati. It has always been such a great pleasure listening to him and his very, very wonderful ideas and perspectives. So, on the occasion of the World Solidarity Day, we would really love to hear from him on how we can really promote the ideas and the spirit of solidarity right from the most fundamental level or the basic level. Reverend UL Bhati.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Greetings to everyone. And it's a sign of solidarity that we are here all together. And speakers are listening to the speakers, although I have not seen the audience. But anyway, we have to promote that global Let's Talk vision, that how it is an essential solidarity. Solidarity is a very key tool of the solidarity is the unity or mutual supporting among individuals or groups, especially during challenging times, just like in these days. It involves people comes together to help each other, share responsibility, and work towards common goals. Here are few simple examples of solidarity. If a group people show solidarity, they show support of each other, or another group, especially in political, international affairs, supporters want to march, to borrow, to show solidarity with other leaders. Unity, harmony, and unification. Well, many things I can say, and the speaker has already shown that, but number one, social systems and social solidarity is related concept that pertain to social welfare and the support of the system while they are sharing common goals in helping individuals in need. They have distinct characteristics. Social assistance definition. Social system reflect to the social potential aid to support provided by the government. It's a part of the solidarity when you support in a friends to any group in a war, in a certain things, in a when there are violence, where there is a wars are going on. So they are facing the social problems. So government or the social welfare, individual or the family are facing economic hardship or other challenges. Purpose. The primary purpose of the social system is to alleviate poverty, to cut the poverty, address basic needs, ensure the vulnerable populations have access to essential services such as food, housing, and health care. Example, welfare program, food assistance programs, and housing subsidized. An example of the social assistance initiatives. These programs are often mean tested, targeting who are low income specific need. So on the whole, I will specify all these things with that unconditional love. It is very essential that we have a unconditional love each other. And these are the things which going on in the world are very, 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 very. I can't say the proper word, but I would say it's very bad situation. It's a very bad situation. Yeah, if we talk about the Pakistan and the India and the underdeveloped country are very, very harmed for the situation. But I can say solidarity is the main key tool for that peace and harmony and brotherhood. And also, if we don't love to the man, we don't love to the God. If you love the God, then you love the man. So it's a very essential. I want to invite you. It will be also example of solidarity in Pakistan. In a peace center, I sent you a very that link of a Zoom meeting. it will be tomorrow. That is our Christmas party. That is the interfaith. What I want to say, if we say interfaith, we have to do something for the interfaith. Hina and Noman Zaki and Zishan, they know that the way we were working in Pakistan, that was in effect. That program will be there will be 250 leaders will be gathered, government level in a Dominican center, and Father Hina's brother, he will be there, Father Pastor Faluz, Father James, and there are certain ulama, Mufti Ashif Hussain, Abdul Kabir Azad, and maybe Tahir Ashrafi, he will be there. That will be a good time to meet them. You can see it at your home in that on the Zoom. So it's my humble invitation to everyone to join and see that how we are working together across the world. So thank you so much, and thank you so much, Nikki, for holding this meeting. But I would say that meeting should be in periodical, not so in hurry. Everybody is busy, so let's have it should be a big gathering. We should work slowly and give a good feedback to the world. So God bless everyone.
Thank you, sir, very much once again for your very important points. In fact, you are correct. Now, the situation is that we all who are into this program, speakers, we are listening to each other. So I don't think there are any questions also. Possibly, yeah. So, but it is wonderful that we could do something on the World Solidarity Day, at least raise our ideas on the importance of solidarity. And also, as right at the beginning, we all of us pointed out, for this is our last program for this year 2023. So it's an important point that we are finishing off the 2023 with the last program on solidarity. So I'm sure in 2024 we will all work more incessantly and hard with utmost sincerity for not solidarity right from the family to the neighbor to the global level. I think that is the message that we are trying to give today. So I don't think there will be any questions, because each one of us listened. Each one of us were talking about more or less the same points of human interdependence, understanding each other, respect, mutuality, empathy, compassion. So those were the important underlining points. The most important thing is how we can inculcate these habits right from childhood. That is the key. So I think without... Yes, sir.
It's a good end of the year 23 with the solidarity event. Thank you so much. It's very
Yes,
good.
sir.
It's
Yes.
good.
Thank you. I think we could close the meeting now, and we are right in time. And the best part is today's program, each one of the speakers were totally pointed, totally focused, and absolutely brilliant points. That is the key for today. No one was stepping. So I think that's perfect. So let's welcome 2024 with hands of unity across the world for global solidarity. Thank you very much. And let's close the meeting for the day. Thank you.
And do remember my invitation. Try to join that program.
Sure.
Bye-bye. You will see a very unique program. You will see.
Okay.
You will be happy. Okay,
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Definitely. Thank you all. Thank you everyone. Thank you from Global Peace Talk. Thank you, Nikki ma'am. Thank you. We close the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.